Well, hey folks, Ned Ledoux here, and welcome to Garage Sessions Volume 2, Episode number 6. And on this video, I'm going to take a little time out from the music and talking about Dad's albums and my albums. And I want to kind of give you a little insight on my skull art and how I got into painting skulls and just kind of how I go about doing it. So I've been painting skulls now for over 25 years, I think. And I've probably painted well over 100 of them. Anything from buffalo to steer and cows, elk, deer, antelope, prairie dog, a pig. I painted an alligator skull once, and it wasn't very good. Alligator skull is real rigid. There's no smoothness to it at all. But anyway, I was just trying to think back on how I got interested in it, or started. So for those of you who live on a ranch or a farm and you have livestock, well, occasionally you're going to lose a calf, or you might lose a cow or something like that. Well, on our place, and just like a lot of you folks probably do as well, you probably have an area where you place them. And for us, it's up in the hills. And I remember riding up through the hills years ago, and of course all that was the remains was just the bones. You know, everything's all bleached out. And I came across this this cow skull, and it looked just like this. You know, just laying in the sun, and it just looked kind of interesting to me. And so I took it back to the house and got it all cleaned up. You know, shook all the bugs out of it. And I started painting on it. And those, you know, those first few skulls that I painted, you know, they're pretty rough. You know, they weren't all that good. But I do have to say that my buddy Steve Warner has one of those first ones. I was in a band with his son, Ryan Warner. And but yeah, just the evolution, the growth, you know, from that first skull that I did to what I'm doing now, it's changed quite a bit. So here's one that I painted about 3 years ago. He's a big dude. He doesn't have a name or anything, but so what I do first, after it's all cleaned up, I'll tend to kind of sand down the forehead just to make it a little smoother. And then I'll paint the whole thing black. And the black kind of hides all the imperfections underneath. And also, you know, tie that wire through there so you can hang it up. But they also come with a real handy hole in the back of their head, so you can just drive a nail in your wall and hang it up. But the only thing, you know, if it's a skull that has horns on it, I don't ever touch the horns. I don't mess with the horns, because the horns kind of tell the story about the animal from the scrapes and scratches. And this one has a bunch of big old holes in the back of it. But so yeah, I just paint it all black and then just kind of get to work. You know, put some paint on there with a design, and I cut all my own fringe. Got to give a big thanks to my brother Bo for sending me the scraps from the leather work that he does. Just cut my own fringe and add some feathers and beads. But yeah, it's a pretty fun hobby. And like I said, I probably painted at least 100 of them. And here's one. Oh, and by the way, I gotta give a big shout out to my buddy Ian Munsick for getting me this jersey. We played a show in Billings, Montana last year, and he gave me this jersey, and even has the name on the back of it. So thank you, buddy. I'll see you at Red Rocks. And so here's one I'm working on. It's not done yet, but I really do like the colors. So it's a buffalo skull. What do you want to look like? So yeah, that was kind of it. But yeah, and when I got into painting skulls, I didn't get into it in hopes to make money or anything. I've probably given away more skulls than I've sold, even though I have sold a handful of them. But yeah, if if you saw my post from, I don't know when it was. It was last week sometime, I think. But even Dan Patrick has one of the skulls that I painted, and here's what it looked like. So maybe he'll hang that up in the man cave on the Dan Patrick Show. So, all right, folks. Well, thanks for watching, and on the next video, I'll get back to the music. All right, we'll see you on the next time.